Adopting a child from foster care brings joy into the lives of a local couple. We'll hear their story. Disabled and older adults benefit when you root for your favorite Norfolk basketball team. And consider the gift of education this holiday season. The forum begins right now. Of the 250 children currently in Norfolk's foster care system, 90 are waiting and available to be adopted. Each child has a story and carries the hope of finding their forever family. The adoptive parent of one such child joins us today to share her experience. Hillary Malloy and her husband are proud parents of a little girl, and family services worker Meredith Manning has been working with both of them every step of the way. And I should say all three of them every step of the way. So, Hillary, you're relatively new foster parent, and yet now you find yourself in a little bit of a different role. So getting into foster parenting to begin with, it was a decision that you and your husband had made. What prompted you to get involved?
We actually had some infertility problems. We tried to get pregnant for about 4, almost 5 years, and it got to the point where it was we were going to need to start doing more procedures for it to happen. And I just finally looked at my husband and I'm like, there are so many kids who need a home, like a good home, and we have that to offer. We have the hearts to love them. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I said, let's foster. And he was like, really? Are you sure? I said, absolutely. I would love to. And so we started making phone calls and got in with Norfolk, and you know, it was like, okay, well, we're doing this.
Wow. And so you got your first child.
Yep.
And that was it takes a while sometimes, doesn't it?
It
to
does.
get called? Right.
The whole process, once we got started, we did the Pride training and then the home study. That whole process probably took us about 8 or 9 months. Once we got through that, it was about another month after we were licensed that we got our first phone call. So, and then before that, we had done a respite for our little girl for the weekend. So they tested us to see how we would do.
And you apparently did just
we
fine.
We apparently did pretty well.
Great, great.
So, and then we got our daughter. So.
Oh, and so that's now just been happening, the adoption.
Yep.
And I understand she is a bundle of joy and a bundle of energy too.
Yes, she is. Yes. She keeps me very busy.
All right, and she's what? How old now?
2.5.
2.5.
Yep.
All right, Meredith Manning, who works with the Department of Human Services, has been working with them on this. So the two of these two women have definitely gotten to know one another.
Yes.
And certainly, and your husband's, it's like, hey, what about me? No, I'm sure he's a big part of that too.
No,
but
he's the big personality in our relationship.
Oh, okay.
He's the one, if he were here right now, he'd be misbehaving for sure.
Well, then he's got a perfect role model.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the process of becoming a foster parent is not as easy as just picking up the phone and saying, I want to be a foster parent, or I want to adopt a child. There is a process involved in this. So
right. Well, that's where it starts.
Yeah.
You contact City of Norfolk and you speak with Tanya Wheeler. She's our person of contact. The phone number is 757-664-3386. Okay. She is in our resource department. You complete 27 hours of Pride training. You have to have an approved placement, which includes they come to your home, they view the safety of your home. Then you complete a home study. It includes 3 visits. You complete background checks, and then that includes CPS checks, criminal history, making sure there are no barrier crimes. Once all of that is completed, then you are able to have a child placed in your home. So just as Hillary had mentioned, they had the call. You know, you get all of your training completed and then you wait for the call. Sometimes it can happen pretty fast, and then sometimes Hillary, it took about a month and she got the call. For Ann, she got the call, and Ann was in her home for 911 days.
Yep. Yep.
Wow.
911 days to finalization. So
Yes.
we had her since she was 4 days old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And so now you've got a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
And but the process itself, I'm sure, had some surprises in there.
Yeah, it's definitely an emotional roller coaster going through foster care and adoptions. You have your moments of, oh, yay, and then your moments of, what's going on? So Norfolk's pretty used to hearing from us. What's going on, guys?
Well, that says something too, because you're very accessible when it
Oh,
comes
yes.
to people
Oh,
who
yeah.
are foster or adoptive parents. You want to make sure that they know there's somebody they can call if they have a question, because I'm
Right.
sure questions arise frequently.
Yeah.
Yes.
Meredith usually answers on like the second ring.
That's
What?
All right. So what do you find so far to be the best part of all of this?
That she's mine.
Yeah.
That I can take her and get her ears pierced if I want to. I don't have to call and say, hey, can I take her out of state? Like, you know, to go out of state with a foster child, you have to ask for permission. And so if I want to drive to D.C., I can throw her in the car and drive to D.C. So we actually got her birth certificate, her new birth certificate last week, and that was like a, wow, she's really ours. Like, this is it. Our names are right there. So that was pretty awesome.
Right. And to her, you're just mom and dad?
Oh, she's always known us as mom and dad. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yep.
That's
Of
just
course, her
wonderful.
first words were dada. So.
Competition.
Matt
I
loved
can
that.
see it happening
Yeah.
already.
Oh yeah, he was
My
like,
gosh.
I know it. Her first words are going to be daddy. She's a daddy's girl, and she is.
She is.
Very much so. She's
Aw.
she's all daddy's girl.
Oh,
So
well.
I've got a wonderful picture of he was deployed to Afghanistan about 1.5 years ago, and when he came home, I was expecting her to be kind of weary of him. Nope. She saw him. She's like, "Daddy," and she took off. She's like,
Well, there you go.
"Yep."
How about that? Well, we have the entire month of November is actually Adoption Awareness Month. This is happening nationwide, but you know, certainly here in Norfolk, we have many children who are
Yes.
seeking permanent placement in a home. Babies, of course, are available, but there are children of all ages, are there not,
Yes.
that are really in need of permanent.
Yes,
placement.
becoming a foster parent doesn't always guarantee that you would be receiving a newborn baby. It's of all ages. It can be a 17-year-old female, male. It can be a 3-year-old. It could be a 7-year-old. All ages. Kids come into foster care of any age. It just depends on what phase in their life brought them into foster care for whatever reason. And then we take it from there and we try to find them permanency and do what's best for them. Our goal is to do what is in their best interest. You know, initially we want to return them to their home or find them relative placement. If that doesn't work, we have 12 to 15 months to do that. If that doesn't work, then we turn to adoption. And so Miss Malloy, she had developed the bond with Anne, and we were unable to do those first 2 goals. So Anne has her forever family with the Malloys, and she is a very happy little girl. And
Oh,
you
she'll
know,
walk up to you now. She'll go, "I'm Anne Michelle Malloy."
yes,
What more? That's a
I know.
perfect way to end this and let people think on this, because I mean there are so many possibilities here.
Right.
But you know, each and every one of you watching is a possibility
Right.
for a child who's waiting.
Oh, yeah.
And Hillary has exemplified the foster parent who has become an adoptive parent has become the richer for it. Thank you for sharing your
Oh,
story.
absolutely. I
Thanks,
love it.
Meredith, for filling in all
Absolutely.
those blanks. There's a lot
Anytime.
to know. All right, and we hope you'll call. Well, watch city staff battle it out on the basketball court in support of Norfolk's disabled and older adults in need. We'll be right back.
Where would Mama put the diapers?
Nobody said parenting was easy, but finding low-cost health insurance can be. Checkups, prescriptions, dental and vision, mental health care, and more. Go to coverva.org for more info. Famous. This is the easy part.
Do you like it?
The joy of victory and the agony of defeat will play out on the basketball court at Berkeley Community Center December 12th during the city's second annual Holiday Hoops Tournament. Kathy Dickey with Norfolk Adult Protective Services and Michael Ivey, Recreation Specialist for the Department of Parks, Recreation and Open Space, are the team behind the teams for this fundraiser. So this is an annual event now because this is the second year you've held it. The teams that I've referenced are city employees, is that right?
That is correct.
Yeah. Yes. So city employees is just sort of a generic word. So what departments are going to be represented in this?
Well, the Sheriff's Department is coming back to defend their championship. We have the police department. This year we're trying to get the fire department. We have utilities, and of course we have recreation, parks, and open space participating. We've added a twist this year. We have a partnership with the United States Navy ships that's in the shipyards. So the USS, oh Jesus, I can't think of the name, USS Gulf, they will be participating in this tournament, and we will also be contacting the USS Baton to see if they will participate also.
Oh, yeah, well, you got one team, that sounds like it might be a good bet. They'll say, yeah,
We
we'll
have a
do
pretty
it.
good partnership with
That's
them.
great. That's just great. So you've got not only people that work for the city, but people that are supportive of the community and want to play.
That is correct.
So, and that'll make the games a lot of fun too.
Yes.
So, of course, the whole idea behind this is not just to play basketball, but it's basketball with a cause, or for a cause. And,
Yes.
and Kathy, you can probably elaborate on this a bit because we do have adults that our agency provides assistance to, and this is Adult Protective Services, and people who may not have a whole lot and need supportive services as well as other types of support. So what is it that this particular event is going to do for them?
Well, this is something that APS has been doing for the last few years, every year since I've been with the agency that I know of, where we put together gift baskets every Christmas for the elderly and disabled who have limited family supports. And we deliver them to those clients in need, and the gifts and donations are given to us from all city employees throughout the months of November and December. And it's been a success. And then last year we were lucky enough to kind of coordinate with Mr. Ivey, and the basketball tournament just increased the amount of donations that we were given in the past, and we were able to give out more last year to more clients. So it was definitely a good feeling. There are a lot of people with very limited family support systems, and they need things such as scarves and gloves and some medical items and toiletry items, things like that.
Okay, so there are really some very basic needs, but a donation can, it adds up, and putting these baskets together, I imagine, is kind of fun for the staff to do anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a real
is.
team process.
Yes.
And then the people who receive them, I would imagine, are happy to get the
Very
things they
big smiles, very big smiles, yes. And we had one client who absolutely loved her cats, and so we made it a point to stress that we needed some donations for cat food and dog food, so that way those clients that do have pets that are their, you know, their loved one to them, their partner. So we provided for that as well.
Oh, that's a great idea. And the donations are something that people can give, but the whole idea with the game is that these donations are sort of something that you provide in order to co-see the games?
Yes.
Is that how it works?
Yes, for entrance, they must bring one of the items that's listed on the flyer for the program itself.
Okay, and the flyer is got a number of things on it. Do we have a place we can go to see that flyer as far as online, or is there?
Yes, our public information officer, she will be posting it on our Facebook page.
Okay, and that's for Parks, Recreation, and Open Space. That's
That is correct.
norfolk.gov/RPOS.
Yes.
Okay, great, and that way they can figure out what it is they can give, or they can make a phone call.
Yes.
And find out. But tissues, adult diapers, gloves, pill boxes, non-slip slippers, scarves, throw blankets, diabetic-friendly treats, hats, non-slip socks. Always a smart thing to have.
Yes.
Right.
And you have the support of a lot of the community.
Yes, we
doing
do.
this.
The Southside community has been very supportive in the programs that we've provided on various occasions.
Yeah, great. So you can come and watch a team, root for your team, find out what team you want to root for. But you've got, I don't know how many players involved in this. Do you have a
Well,
sense?
what we're asking is that we have maybe 10 to 12 players per team.
Okay.
And even with that, all of the players, the officials, the coaches, they must bring one of those items.
Oh,
also.
okay. That's right. Just because you're playing doesn't mean you have to be to slack off. All right, great. So it sounds to me like you're going to have a pretty good supply.
Oh, I think
for,
so,
for your
yes.
adults, and this is just a nice, newer facet to raising awareness in the community that there are people who need some things that you might just take for granted.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well,
All
thank
right.
you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
and good
Thank
luck for the
you.
games, and be interested to find out who wins.
The Sheriff's Department has already guaranteed that they're going to repeat as champions.
All right, then. Well, we'll just have to see if that happens now, won't we?
All right.
All right, thanks.
Yes.
When we come back, a program that can help you complete your high school diploma and or pursue a college education.
Hey, you going out like that?
Yeah, why?
Well, what would the neighbors think?
I see you. Come look at Mr. Feather. Look what I have. Mr. Bird, remember? Bark, bark, bark. We're just playing. We're just playing on trying to get you out of here.
Even still.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
As we shift into the gift-giving season, why not consider giving to yourself? Whether it's earning your college degree or completing your high school diploma, there is an event coming up that is just for you. Jeff Thorid and Marlon Pierce are with Bryan and Stratton College. Jeff, this gift of education campaign is for visitors and students alike. Isn't that right?
It absolutely is, Jan.
Okay.
Yeah, and normally what we do throughout the year, we'll host open houses, but given that it's the holiday season, we've decided to give the gift of education. And what that entails is when a prospective student comes in to tour the campus and speak with the staff, they'll be able to go to the Christmas tree, which actually has envelopes with different letters and Christmas or holiday phrasing, pick from any number of the envelopes and receive the proverbial gift of education. It'll run the gamut from free textbooks to a free class to grants and scholarships and even season tickets to one of our sports teams.
All right. Oh, you can't beat that. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if you're feeling lucky, or even if you aren't, you know you're going to get something.
Yeah, here.
So, you usually have this holiday open house for children. Is that what the tree is all about? And then you have the gifts then for people who aren't necessarily children.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. Actually, the tree itself is for the adults or the prospective students. And then we also have free gifts for the students, and they'll be able to spend time in the children's college that we have actually on campus, which normally serves to help the prospective students that have children that don't have daycare. They can stay in the children's center while they actually go to class and not worry about the students because they're being well taken care of. As a matter of fact, they're actually taking classes while their parents are taking classes, which culminates after a few months in a graduation from the children's center / children's college. So it's something we're very proud of.
Right, it's a really big family thing, which is, it helps keep a family together during times that can be pretty pretty stressful.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. They do. I'll say that it helps.
Well, Marlon, I understand that the college has a few gifts for people that are looking to complete, say, a high school diploma. What does that entail? It has a name and a course or curriculum?
Yes, it's adult education through Penn Foster program.
Okay.
It's an opportunity for our adults to reach a major milestone in their life by receiving their high school diploma and completing those credits. There is an age requirement of 19 years and older. They have to submit their transcript. We'll review it and see how many credits we can offer them towards a possibility of enrollment in that program.
Okay. Now, a high school diploma and a GED are not the same thing, is that
They're
correct?
not the same. They're equivalent to, but the process is a little different. There is no 8-hour test for this process because the student is taking their assessments while they're going through the program.
Oh, okay.
So as you complete a module, you complete a credit towards your high school diploma.
Okay, great. Now, if these people go through the high school diploma thing, what about college beyond? Is that a possibility?
That's a great question. First of all, this program is free. They have to
Free?
apply for the program, absolutely. And if they meet all requirements and they're invited to participate in the program, once they complete the program, we do offer a $4,000 grant towards their education at Bryan and Stratton College.
All right. And let's get to Bryan and Stratton College, too. You offer a number of types of degrees and courses.
Absolutely. From healthcare, information technology, business, legal studies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And this is how long, 2-year?
We offer associate and bachelor's
Okay,
degrees,
so
both.
you offer both 2- and 4-year degrees in all of these areas. So really the sky's the limit. If somebody kind of takes a nibble at this idea of perhaps completing their high school diploma,
Absolutely.
the reality is that, they're bettering themselves and becoming even more productive in the community. So.
And that's true, Jan. You know, one of the things that we don't do, this is a self-guided program. So we're not trying to push them out the door before they're ready to complete their credits, but we do want them to complete them in ample enough time so that they can enroll in one of our 21st century degree programs.
Okay. So where is this event going on?
It's going on at both the Hampton campus and the Virginia Beach campus from December 8th until the 23rd. So anytime, well, of course, anyone is welcome to come in anytime, but during those particular time frames, that's when the gift of education is going on, and the student will be eligible to pick from the Christmas tree, one of the many gifts of education.
Great, okay. And bryanstratton.edu is the website.
It is.
If you want to find out more about this, the Gift of Education Weeks, as Jeff has said, December 8th through the 23rd. It's 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. each of those days. We have phone numbers for each the campuses, so if you have questions about that. Now, if a prospective student comes in and wants to see about the gift of education and has a child, is the child welcome too?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Just as we were talking about during the gift of education time frame, the same goes for any other time of the year. While the student is actually touring with the staff, the campus, the student or the child is welcome to go to the Children's Center and have fun and be on the playground also.
I think I'll go. I can just be a kid. Well, the next semester, when does that begin? And how can people find out?
About adult education? We have a rolling start, so they can start today. All they have to do is submit the transcript, allow us to review it. That takes about 3 days. We'll call them back and interview them, see if they're still interested in the program and they're a right fit for the program.
Okay. So it doesn't have to be, we have to wait until spring semester or something.
No, they don't. It's a rolling start.
All right. Well, what would you tell people, prospective students, I mean, who might have considered it or put off doing it? What is the incentive?
The incentive is being able to receive jobs, apply for jobs, enroll, of course, in Bryan and Stratton College, enroll in the military or, enlist in the military. It's giving them what they didn't have before. And that's an opportunity to succeed in life, become more economically stable, not hear no and now hear yes. So it's giving them a great opportunity. And all they have to do is submit the transcript, Of course, they have to be 19 years or older, and you know, have that accountability and that drive to complete their high school diploma and want to do something further, you know, in their life.
Is there anybody at the college that checks in with them from time to time, or anybody that they touch base with throughout the course?
Yes, the facilitator, who is myself. I am the program coordinator as well as the facilitator. So I manage and monitor them through the entire process.
Okay, good.
Yes.
So there she is, right here on camera, the person that you would be talking to. But it does take a certain amount of dedication and commitment to do it. But the results can be far more than you may imagine.
Absolutely.
So let's, you know, why not take this and celebrate it with the holiday season and get people interested in finding out more. Now, there's the whole, you know, college degree too. So you may have people interested in both or either.
Here, and that's kind of the silver lining, Jan. While they're coming to complete their high school diploma, they also get a look at what college life is like as well, because the classes are offered right at the campus. And so they're able to get involved with some of the groups, the clubs, the other organizations, to get a feel for what college may be like if they'd like to make that transition after the fact. So,
great.
Yeah, we look at it as a win-win.
All right. Well, nothing like some presents, a tree, place for the kids, and a brighter future. So. Thank you so much for sharing the Gift of Education event, which is taking place December 8th through the 23rd at Bryan and Stratton campuses in Hampton and in Virginia Beach. Is that correct?
That's right.
BryanStratton.edu. And thanks for sharing some happy news.
Thank
Pleasure.
you.
Good to see you again. And thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.